Hey everyone, and welcome back to Shades of Sasha. In today's video we are going to do this crochet faux lock style. I think I did this back in like May because I wore it on vacation, but these are some of the items you're gonna need. I will link them in the description box. Feel free, if you don't want to use these specific ones, you don't have to, but I do think that this is fairly simple to kind of just get the gist of what you're going to do. And it does take quite a time. You know, like when they make the jokes about, oh, I don't want to pay $300 to do it because I could do it myself. There were moments in this that I was like, maybe I should have just paid the $300. So you want to make sure that your hair is washed and clean. And then I'm just sectioning my hair off and making sure that my part is kind of as clean as possible to my liking. Because of how many braids I use, I think it was over about 110, 150, that in the end, as long as your middle part is clean, you will be good to go. So after I part my hair down the center, I then part it in 4 different sections in total. So then you're gonna part your first half in half and then the second half in half. And I go ahead and I just make sure that I'm putting my hair up so that nothing is kind of tangling or in the way. It's just as clean as possible to make sure that it's easy for me to use. So the first step you're going to want to do when you're doing all of these sections is you're just basically doing twists, doing plaits, whatever it is that you can do. That is basically what you want to do here, because remember, since it's a crochet, it's going to go within the hair and then wrapped around it. So that is the part that makes it a little bit easier versus like if you're doing regular box braids, and obviously you're doing the box braids from your hair. This was the easiest way that I know how to do it. There are certain gifts, even though I love doing my hair, that I cannot do. I don't know how to cornrow, and I don't know how to actually do box braids with my hair and not like a crochet way, which is kind of like, okay, maybe I kind of want to get into that, but not entirely. So after you do this, you're just gonna do the little sections like I said, and make sure you take your time. Find something that you want to watch, that you've been like, oh my gosh, I need to do this. Put on your favorite show that you be binging, because I'm telling you, it's gonna take some time. And so after you kind of go through just making sure you're twisting up your hair, I think I did twist for some, and then some I did like little plaits. Try not to make it super tight, because once you go through the process of actually crocheting your hair, trust me when I say this, the tightness will be something that will make it very heavy and very uncomfortable. If you wanted to put your hair in like a ponytail, if you wanted to put your hair in like a bun, use this as just like the blueprint. You do not have to use the same length that I use. My hair actually touched my ass crack. Like some of my hair actually touched my ass itself. So if you don't want it that long, don't do it long. If you want it shorter, feel free to do it shorter, and if you want less, feel free to do less. I think I'm going to redo this style later on and actually do it in a shorter way, because I really did love the way this look came out, and I felt like it just gave my hair freedom for me to just like breathe and do whatever. So these are the little twists that I'm doing to all of my hair. I'm gonna just do that all over until you get a good idea of just like how many crochets you're going to need and what is going to work for you and what isn't going to work for you. After you kind of have that part, you're going to do kind of the same process again onto each side. So obviously this is my first section that I'm doing, and then I go around and I do it to all 4. So this is what I'm working with, and then I just kind of put them away to just make sure that they're not going to be in the way. And you want to do this by section because it's going to be easier for you. So once you do this, you're going to get the faux lock crochet. You're going to make sure that it loops through your hair, and then you're going to get the Marley twist here. That here is going to be helpful to just make sure you're wrapping everything around. Less is more for this. Even though you see this strand here, I think I actually only did like 1 of the 2 strands, and then I kind of like picked it out a little bit to make sure that it was good when it was wrapping it, because you really do not need a lot. So that 2 strand actually turned it into 6 to 9, depending on the pack that I was using or whatever. But that little piece is what you're basically doing, and you are just wrapping it around, and you're just making sure that it goes as tight as possible. And then you're gonna put your hands together towards the end, and then you're just gonna rub it together in order for it to make sure that it stays in place and locks in. You want to make sure that you are also thoughtful with the length that you are using, so that you are covering up your hair that you are actually twisting, because you don't want that to show through, because then that's gonna just like, it's gonna just ruin the entire process. So that's pretty much what the first one looks like. It really held in tight, nothing happened, it was really good to go. So here it is. I'm going to do it again and just kind of talk you through the same step. That is basically what the crochet hair looks like. You're going to open it a little bit just to make sure that your twist can come through. Once the twist come through, you're going to then get your crochet needle, and you're going to put your crochet needle within, and you're going to lock it on the tip of that, and you're going to put it through to just make sure that it locks in place and it's good to go. So you want a loop around the crochet hair to make sure that you're good. And you do not need to crochet in the Marley loose hair, you just do it around. So you basically just wrap the hair around the entire twist all the way down to the end, and then you put your hands together and you rub it together in order for it to be good. So that's the entire process. I'll keep doing it again, and then y'all just kind of watch and follow along to see if it makes sense or if it doesn't make sense, and just make sure that you're slowing it down if you need more time to kind of watch it. I also do another part of this where I actually slow it down to just make sure that y'all kind of understand what I'm saying.
Don't take it personal, baby. Love on my ladies, love to my ladies. They did a few. Why you bother me? Why you bother me? Why you bother me? Last time I checked, you were the one that left me here. Like my side of the road. That's that most city, that side that you can't go around at night. You like to get me out, you know what I'm on the side. You like when I make fire, you say the flame can make you fire. Let me come inside you, let me plant that seed inside you. That's a this, only thing that's the whip. Only thing that was real, only thing I can feel. So why you bother me, why you bother me? Trying to catch you real late. You guessed it, yeah, I got you. Too bad I'm vibing, nigga, I'd be fine without you. Guess you found out all the mother hoes wasn't about shit, and now you're gonna waste your time chasing me. Nigga, please, ain't no need to waste your time being caught up over me. Nigga, please, I don't wanna hear about it, you can tell your friends about it. Now you wishing you was with me, living life so true. Even on your friend that I was cool with, they don't know that you be on that bullshit. Even though they didn't think that I was stupid, you did. But I ain't tripping, just don't push it. It's cool, I'ma focus on my vision. Cause you only get one pass and you used it. You used it, amusement. So funny how you used to flex, how'd you lose it? So stupid, and it's so amusing. Your effort is so useless, and now you're gonna waste your time chasing me. Ain't no need to waste your time being caught up over me.
So for the most part, I think this took me 2 days, 2.5 days to get done. Obviously, I did it in the sections and how I told you I broke it down by first doing the twist in my hair and then obviously going through the sections of doing this. And when you're doing this part, I want to say if you just carve out 3 hours for yourself to just sit down and get it done, I think it would be done in that time if you move pretty slow. If it's your first time doing it, I think it should take at least that long, depending on how much it is that you're doing, or at minimum that much. But it's the same process like I've been saying before. Just make sure that you measure out how much loose hair you actually need to wrap it together, and that it is longer than what your actual hair is, like the twist that you have in your hair, just so that you are covering it and it's not peeking through and just like messing everything up. I know that some people, one thing that they do at the end when they use loose Marley hair to have as an addition to their faux locks is that they'll sometimes burn it. I didn't feel like putting any flames or anything to my hair, or that sometimes they use glue. I didn't want to do all that. So pretty much every step that I did here, where I legitly just went ahead and rubbed it together with my hands, is all I needed to do. I did not need to do anything else. Like, it just really worked out that exact same way, and it was good. And then in the end, when you want to take them out, you'll go through the process just fine. Obviously, where you have locked it in, picked it apart, unravel that, and then you just slide your hair through, and that's it. It was pretty easy to install. It was pretty easy to take down, because I know some people do ask that question. Like, they'll tell you how they put their hair in, but they never tell you how they take their hair out. That's pretty much what I did. So once I finished with this section, then obviously I just went around and did all the other sections. Like I said, I really liked this hair and how it came out. I thought it was really, really cute. She was heavy because I did a lot of twists and faux locks in my hair, and it was also pretty long. So at the end, this is kind of just like what it's given and what it looks like. I wore it on vacation and it was really good. I did not have to worry about anything, but let me know if you have any questions.
You know what I like? He done found me plenty in my life. Problem is I meet a girl tonight, then I go and treat her too nice. Galleria credit card swipes.